Welcome back, everybody. Zielonka episode 3. I am just finishing off the ploughing contract. There we are, perfect timing. So I borrowed the plough and the tractor because I used my tractor and cultivator to do some other contracts. So if we go and collect for those 3 completed contracts, there is a fertilising contract, but I haven't got a fertiliser. And then there's 3 harvesting contracts: red beet, carrots, and more carrots. So maybe if I've got time later today, we'll take the big contracts. We can use the big 4-row harvester, and then also do field 71 quicker instead of using the boxes, which are the option there. But for now, my plan for today is to buy some fields and then harvest carrots and red beet. So here 76 has got carrots, 73 has got beetroot. Then over here, not far away, also 26 and 27 have carrots and beetroot. So I thought if I buy those, they're not expensive, they're fairly close. That would enable me to do triple soup because we've already got parsnips. So let's quickly buy those fields. And I'm also going to buy field 50 because it's close by. It has soybeans on it, so when they're ready to harvest, which is fairly soon, we can then take the soybeans. But in field 51, I'm not interested in the sugar beet, so I'm going to buy that plot of land as well. So that's the plan for today. So if we pop over, I've already taken the fit over and the class. Let's start on that actually. So if I start the worker. In the last video I talked about getting another tractor so we could harvest quicker, but I figured actually it's probably better in the short term just to buy more land and get money from the soup, and then when I've got the money from the soup I can buy another tractor. In the meantime I can make do with what I've got. I've got a plough and a cultivator which I can use individually with this tractor, because if I wanted to use the subsoiler that came with the pack I would need another tractor that's bigger than what I've got here. So I'm going to make do with what we've got for a while. Hopefully we'll get a lot of money from the soup, and then we can start getting more equipment. I need as I mentioned, I couldn't do the fertilising contract because I didn't have a fertiliser spreader I should say. So I need to buy one of those. They're generally 25 to 30,000. Then you need to buy the fertiliser. And I've also got a loan, so I need to weigh out paying back the loan alongside getting the equipment that I need. And obviously if I want to plant root crops, I also need the ridger to go with the planter that we've got, the 3-metre ridger. And I want to say that's 31,000 or something like that. So again, there's certain things I absolutely must have. So I'm going to focus on getting those. Okay. Right, I'm going to go and do this field and then I'll come back later. Okay guys, here we are. We're back doing the last 4 rows of the carrot field. This is my 5th trailer load. I've already got more carrots than I've got parsnips, so I'll either do some carrot soup, or what I'll do is I'll stop producing triple soup once we run out of parsnips, and that way we've got carrots for next year when the parsnips start harvesting, right? Because we harvest the parsnips earlier than the carrots, but we'll deal with that when we get there. I'm more than likely going to change my mind near the time, like I did with the tractor. Yeah, there we go. It's not taken too long doing this field. I was just earlier looking at the beetroot when we swapped ends. When you look up close to the beetroot, it's remarkable how the likeness. It's wonderful. I've got an allotment, and we grow on our allotment beetroot, carrots and parsnips. Yeah, the red vines on the beetroot leaves, stems, and how they're like little, I don't know how to describe them, but yeah, the detail that's gone into this is fantastic. Yeah, it's just like the beetroot on the allotment. Right, that is this field finished. Right, let's take this over so it's ready to start on the beetroot straight away, and then we'll go and drop off the carrots at the soup factory. Yeah, if we jump out, if we look, that is, you can see the red stems, and then as the leaves go over they go yellow just like that. It's yeah, really good likeness. What I've not looked at is on the fact sheet Friday that we had in the build up to this release. It gave the details of the yield of the parsnips, the carrots, and the beetroot. So it'd be interesting to see how much beetroot we get off this other field compared to the carrots that we've got here. So I think the field sizes are very similar. Let's get down there. It's only 10 o'clock. I don't think the rain's going to last all day. That's the one good thing about the root crops, you can still harvest without a yield impact. Obviously with the grains and the seeds, you can't harvest with the rain without a yield impact in the game. Nearly there. I've already loaded a lot of the into the auto-loading trailer the parsnip soups that were already produced. So when we're ready, we can just go and sell them. Right, let's go into the production. I'm still making parsnip soup, so we'll stop there. You can see I've got 98,000 litres of parsnips, and now we've got over 116,000 litres of carrots. So the rain looks like it's cleaned my... Wow, the rain has cleaned my tractor. No, I've never seen that happen in this game before. That can't be right. Look at that. Wow. The rain has cleaned my tractor and trailer. That's got to be a bug. It's got to be. That's never happened once in my time playing this game. That's crazy. Well, I like it because I like the clean equipment. At the end of this episode, I was going to buy my jet wash and put it in the yard so that we could clean our equipment because it got filthy. I can't believe my eyes. Wow. That's got to be a bug because look, the harvester, that's dirty still. Okay. So excuse the shortcut. Right, let's cut across our field. Do you know, it looks like it's done it to the fit as well. It has, you know. It's a little bit dirty, you can see on the wheels, but look. That's way cleaner than it was. Wow, crazy. Okay. So I'm gonna start on the beetroot harvest. I haven't seen the beetroot. Oh, look at them. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else doing beetroot on videos either. All I've seen is parsnips and carrots. So the animation's a little bit different than it is to the carrots, isn't it? Because of the shape of the fruit. Although if you look on the belt, it looks like they're carrots on the belt, doesn't it? But yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, so I'm going to crack on with this, and then I'll come back when we're done. Welcome back, guys. We're just finishing the last 2 rows of the beetroot. Not as many trailers as I had on the other field with the carrots. So either it's marginally smaller field, or the yield is lower. But that's fine. While I was doing that and waiting for the trailer to empty at the soup factory, I decided to sign us up for the 2 carrot harvesting contracts. So we'll borrow the big harvester, and we'll use that to do both the contracts, the small one and the big one. So we should get the small one done quickly. It means we don't have to use the boxing harvester that came with that contract. And obviously borrowing equipment means I then have 2 tractors to transport the stuff around. So given this field is right next to where we were, if I bring the class over and then put an AI on it to create a job, deliver to the soup factory, looping, start the job. Right, he should disappear any second. I hope. There we go, to the soup factory, and now we can start harvesting the contracts on here straight away using 4-row harvester instead of the 2 that we've been working with. And I'm hoping we'll get it done really, really quickly. We'll have surplus carrots to then drop off at the soup factory, and we can make decent money off the soup, more than we would do just selling the carrots. It seems the root crops, if you sell them directly, frankly, you don't get a lot of money for them. But as soon as you turn them into soup or preserves, actually, you get a decent amount of income. So we need all the money we can get. I'm going to do these 2 contracts. Well, I'll do this one. We can we'll come back, and then I'll have to drive this harvester all the way down to the bottom of the map. The AI works fine with the tractors if you put them on the menu like I just did, but for some reason this harvester doesn't have like a transport mode, so you actually have to drive it everywhere yourself. Tell me it's not stopping there. It is stopping there, that's crazy. Oh, that could be frustrating. I might, oh my goodness. I may have to go along and do the headland on this end. It doesn't like that brook, does it? And it could have gone a lot further. Oh. Crazy. Okay. Right. Earlier on I mentioned about the rain cleaning my tractor and my harvester, more or less. Actually, the last time I drove past my Deutzfahr, most of the dirt had cleared off of that as well, apart from the wheels, the tyres. So, yeah, I don't know if this is something other people have seen, but I've never seen that before, that the rain cleans your vehicle. I like it, but yeah, not seen it before. How far have we got? 60%. I hope the class gets back quickly. So this trailer's going to be full in no time. Oh, AI stopped. Targets unreachable. Really? That's interesting. He seems to be doing fine there. Okay. Set destination. Interesting. Okay. Let's turn him around. Okay, that should work. I move the John Deere. We should be able to get... There we are. Perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to focus on this. And then I'll come back in a little while. Okay guys, welcome back. I just went to edit what I thought I had recorded from the contracts and realised that I didn't turn the microphone on. So all there was loads of footage and you couldn't hear a thing. So I have decided to come and do or start the harvest our carrots, which I was going to do in the next episode, and kind of talk about what you missed. So I finished the small field, the small carrot contract. I then went and did the big one, and I then got to the last 4 rows, and by that point I'd taken 2 trailers of surplus carrots to the soup factory. So that was 41,000 litres of carrots, and I was about to start the last run on the field. Now this field was right at the bottom of the map, and the worker didn't recognise there was a field there, so I couldn't harvest the last 4 rows of that field. And the field was so long that a whole row would have filled up the trailer. So I thought I was going to get 3 whole trailers worth of carrots. What am I doing here? 3 whole trailers of carrots to convert into carrot soup or triple soup as bonus income on top of the contract money. But instead it didn't allow me to harvest the last 4 rows, and all I had in the trailer at the time was 2,500 litres of carrots. So at the end of it I had 44,000 litres of carrots that would go to make soup over the next few months, on top of the money from the 2 carrot contracts. That said, I also realised that these harvesting contracts, actually they might be a lot of money, but you need at least one AI to be driving the tractor or the harvester for the whole time, and they take a long time. So I'm not convinced how much you really earn out of the harvesting contracts. Particularly as I was using 2 tractors, so I would, in order to do it in the quickest possible time, so I'd have an AI taking the trailer to and from the soup factory or the farmer's market, and I'd have the AI with the harvester while I was riding alongside the harvester to get it done as quickly as possible. And yeah, I'm not sure how much I really earned at the end of it. That said, by the time I completed the contracts and I had sold the parsnip soup, which I did have £200,000, so I cleared a lot of my loan, and I'm now down to, if I just show you, only £125,000 worth of loan. I'm making a meal of this while I'm talking. So I'm hoping with £125,000, if I can sell some triple soup in the next couple of months, I'll clear that loan, and then potentially through the winter I can buy another tractor with a larger trailer. All that time harvesting, I was thinking maybe the best way to do this actually is not to have two tractors and trailers. It is just to have one AI with the harvester, and then you have the biggest possible trailer you can pull with the tractor you've got, so you reduce the amount of time you're away from the field. So I think that's what I'm going to look to do, is get a bigger trailer. I'll need another tractor anyway, but I think the next tractor I'll try and get. I was going to get one the same size, but if I can afford it, I'm going to get a bigger one, I think. So yeah, that's what you missed out on. I finished the 2 contracts. I couldn't do the last 4 rows because it was at the edge of the map. No, I'm assuming that's why it didn't pick up those last 4 rows as part of the field. So I would say if you're harvesting at the edge of the map, work outwards on both sides and then work into the middle so that it always identifies all of the rows. When you get to the end of the map, at the end of the field, when you've completed it. The other thing I would point out is the big harvester, and I didn't realise this until I was doing it, actually goes slower than this one. So this one is supposedly doing 6 miles an hour, but the big one goes at 4 miles an hour. So it's not quite twice as fast, but it is twice as wide. So it's still quicker, but it's also longer. So when you go to the end of the fields and you've got the brooks, it doesn't necessarily start right at the edge of the field. So you then have to spend time doing headlands, and when they're not straight, it is a proper pain. So yeah, I'm not as desperate now, having used it, to get the biggest harvester. I'm sure I'll get there, but yeah, it's not top of my priority list, that's for sure. There we go. Yeah, so I am probably gonna stop halfway through this field, and then I'll leave the other half for the start of the next episode. Obviously, the next episode we've got our beetroot field next to us, to our right, that we'll harvest in November, and we also have the other beetroot field that I signed up to do a contract on that's a similar size to this, that we'll use our equipment for, and then hopefully the surplus beetroot will give us the opportunity to make more triple soup, because I don't have a lot of beetroot at the moment. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. See you next time.